Good morning, afternoon, evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and everybody in between. My name is Android and welcome back to the Borderlands 2 boss run. This is part 4 where we've now finished with the main story and have moved on to the DLCs. So, without further ado, let's get going. Well, we're going to start our DLC adventure with my favourite DLC, not just of Borderlands 2, but of any game ever, which is Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep, because I am not only a big fan of Tiny Tina as a character, but of Dungeons & Dragons as a game itself. Now, first boss here is going to be Mr. Bony Pants Guy, who I'm just going to fastball to death. The replacement for the intended starting boss, which was the handsome dragon that killed everyone. Which, if you ever played D&D with a new, very excited DM, know that's something that quite often happens when someone goes flicking through the monster manual to find something that looks fun rather than something that is actually killable. It turns out that it has multi-attack, and each attack can accidentally create an insta-kill on your PCs. But anyway, that's not why we're here. We're here to kill bosses, and let's carry on. Quickly moving on, we have the Unmotivated Golem, part of a side quest that I do not remember the name of. A golem who is, let's say, a little lethargic, and you have to kill by first taking down his health bar, and then slowly pulling the sword out of his back. Every time you try, he goes into new form, gets back up again, and attacks you again. Luckily, we have a few enemies around, so we can, there we go, kill that, gain bloodlust, and then of course be too late to actually use it. There we go. There we go. Hit that guy. Boom. And then that gives us the extra damage. Cool. So, it will be the Unmotivated Golem when you first encounter it. When you wake it up, it becomes a Motivated Golem. Fun fact, if you go and fight it again after doing it as part of the mission, it will not be a Motivated Golem at any point, because it starts out so animated and aggressive instead of being a big pile of rocks on the floor. So it doesn't get that transition between Unmotivated Golem and Motivated Golem. It just goes straight from unmotivated, which it shouldn't be, but you know, there you go, to perturbed. There you go, that's something you probably didn't know. And probably didn't care about, but you know what? I don't care. This should be the final sword pull. And whoop. There we go. Wasn't that fun? This guy doesn't drop anything. Absolutely pointless. Just here because it's got a name tag on it. Alright, moving on. Another named enemy with very little significance is Warlord something or other. You're about to find out on screen. I don't know myself. But an Orc Warlord who hangs around this little area here. He's not part of any mission. He's just off at the side and will make your life a bit of a pain should you decide to, you know, stick around this area a little bit too long. Ruler Grug, that's the one. Whoa. Now, what is interesting about him, I guess, is that he will level himself up. As you fight him, he starts out at level, I think it's like 82 or 83 Warlord Grug, and ends up as a level 85 Duke of Orc. We've not let him get that far this time. Nope. Not let him get that far this time, but yeah, you just have to take word for it. It happens. Alright. That's quite enough of that. Let's move on. The Immortal Woods, while holding very little, very little actual sort of boss content or anything I find particularly interesting, does have my least favourite head of bosses, I think, out of the entire DLC, which are the Kings. The reason for this is that they just have a ton of HP, they can't be slagged, their resistances to like, fire, restrictions there, and shock damage, it's just a bit of a nightmare, really. Also, when you kill their bodies, their heads start flying around and trying to hurt you. which is not fun. Basically, it's fine, but I suck at aiming, so that's the issue here. That's the real issue. There we go. If I just quickly pop that, there you go. It's a good bit of damage. There, pretty got the head. I don't know why I'm shooting him with a the slag weapon. It's just habit, really. Doesn't do anything. There you go. King Chrono down. Now if I try and hit his head as it spawns. Oh no, my stacks fall off. Yes, and the head just flies into you and does damage. It's great. Absolutely great. Hopefully. Nah, not gonna work. I was really hoping I would have got the blood explosion proc on the head. And that would have killed. Well, my blood explosion on the regular skeleton, and that would have just killed the head. Am I having this time? There you go. That is probably my most reliable way of doing this, just because I do not want to have to try and aim at that thing. Okay, here's King Seth. Good old King Seth. Reanimated skeleton. Dead. That's the proc. Reload and just start firing and hope. Yeah, we go. That went a lot better than expected. Pop him. And we have one more king to go. King Nazar. There we go. I've got plenty of bloodlust stacks, so. Now we're going to quickly pop, hopefully pop just a regular skeleton. More bloodlust stacks. See where the head is. I think it was over there somewhere. There it is, there it is, there it is. Skeleton King's head. Come on, die! There you go. It's dead. That's all of them. I'm not hanging around. I hated that. Bye. Here we are arriving at Camp Dwarf Torture, which, you know, no one busts any brain cells thinking of that name, but hey, I like it. Now, we're here because there is another one of those random, strong orc warlords just lying around. Can't remember the name of this one. I think it's Warlord Grug. Anyway, we have to kill some of his orcs first before he'll be nice enough to spawn. Go. And we're going to shoot this guy with the Converse Call. Not because I want to kill him quick, just to make sure I've got my make sure I've got everything stacked up. Okay, where is he? Where is he? He should spawn down there. There he is. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to let him jump up here. We're going to try and bait him over here. Maybe jump over here. And what we're going to try and do is we're trying to kill him with a blood explosion chain. We've got lots of orc minions here. Here we go. That'll work. Boom. Come on. Ah, not quite. We nearly got him. Nearly got him. Ah, well. But yes, there's another warlord dead. There are 3 in total. Last one being in the Merdlin's Magic Slaughter. But we'll come to him later. Well, we've come to the end of the mines. And what have we found? An empty hall. Because for some reason you need to be right up there to actually trigger the spawn of the boss. I should have thought about that before I started recording. Here we go. Also, you notice I can't walk there. Because he's going to step there and spawn there. I can't actually walk at that spot. There you go. Fun fact for you. I'm sure something few people know, because who on earth would ever come back here? It's another boss without any dedicated drops. So not particularly useful to be killing over and over again. But hey. It's big, it's a boss, so yep, it's on the list, it's got to die. We're going to go for Bloodlust again. Oh, can we go Bloodlust? No. Actually, Bloodlust. Can't rely on Blood Explosion, because I don't know exactly how long these little guys are going to be around for. Ooh. Yeah, I do have to apologise. Unfortunately, using a conference call like this has a pretty negative effect on the frame rate. But, you know what? He's dead, so can I really complain? No. Well, there you go. Very underwhelming. Well, let's get going. And here we have the handsome dragon. Handsomest of all dragons. Yeah, roll for initiative, sucker. So, the way we're going to be taking this guy out is we are just going to wait for him to spawn his little dragonling things, whatever they're called. And then we're going to basically just farm stacks off them. Ooh. Bit like this, but without the dying thing. I might just stop the dying thing. Cool. Eventually we'll get enough stacks where we'll just point a conference call at the sky, and everything will die for no apparent reason. We're gonna sit over here for now, just to get these stacks. But you know what? Let's quickly change to a storm front. Let's not do this the hard way. Let's do this the easy way. Then back to the explosive fastball for use later. Okay, 97. 99, 100. Where is he? There we go. So he's got to the point now where it doesn't really matter what gun I use, just because I do so much damage. It's all about hitting. Because my aim is terrible, I'm using the conference call. You can't miss the conference call. I'll try and get him slagged, but it is quite difficult because of how much he moves around. There you go. And where is he? There we are. Yeah, sorry about the frame rate, by the way. That's conference call for you. There's a lot going on with Krieg. Lots of things tend to be on fire at the same time, including yourself. Get the conference call out, there's a lot of bullets in the air because you have such a high sort of fire rate boost with your skills. It's it's a bit of a mess, which makes the kill slower because I can't see a flimming thing. Oh well, we're done. Oh, see, that boss from the start of the game was beatable after all, with some leveling up and the power of friendship. Yay. Alright, let's go. Okay, and enter the Sorcerer's Daughter. Soon. Come on, hurry up. I want it longer than I expected. Embodiment of how exactly messed up Tiny Tina is at this given point in time. You gotta feel sorry for her. That girl's going through some stuff. Now, this is one of those areas where we have lots of little enemies. And in theory, I can get a blood explosion chain that will kill Sorcerer's Daughter immediately, as long as we can get to stand still. Unfortunately, my skill, I can't remember what it's called, the one down the capsule in the bottom left-hand tree, has a nasty habit of insta-killing those tiny spiderlings. It means setting it up's a little more difficult than we'd like, but oh well. On the bright side, this area's full of lots of low health enemies, so the mobbing section is really easy. It's just a case of slagging a few, throwing one fastball, and everything sort of chain explodes. There you go. Now, I'm going to try it again. I think I'm not going to do this as quickly as possible. I'm just going to keep trying to get the the blood explosion chain off. Okay. Bang, 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 bang. Oh! Okay, that's how it works. I wasn't sure if she'd go into a second immune phase. No, turns out she skips the immune phase entirely and just dies. Awesome. Well, I'm happy with that. And we have a world drop. But it's class 1. Don't care. Bye. Okay, here we are. It's a final showdown with the handsome sorcerer. And here is the tactic. First, we're going to throw down some Stormfronts. Spaced out just to get the most out of them. There's no point stacking them. You don't get stacks any faster. There's a cap at how fast you can gain your Bloodlust stacks. After a certain amount of time, okay, 50 is enough. We're going to slag everything. And then we're going to blood explode and hope a decent blood explosion chain on there. Yep. The most important thing is we've got these stacks up. So we can just shoot the handsome sorcerer in the face. All our stacks up. And he should die. Most time he'll die before your stacks wore off. This time he didn't. Oh well, it's fine. So this guy, we're just waiting. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag the skeletons over here onto the top of him. And then... Boop. Okay. Bit of a blood explosion chain just to... Yeah, there we go. Blood explosion chain, just get rid of him. You can do the same tactic of getting bloodlust stacks and fighting him straight up like that. But I like the blood explosion chain, just get rid of him. It's quite easy to do with him. So there you go. Now, last phase is going to be a... Come on. Come on. Here. Last phase is going to be Bloodlust again. You can't reliably get Blood Explosion on him just because the dragons tend to spread out a bit. And he tends to be up in the air. So it's not reliable. But, there you go. Just normal Bloodlust will get him down. And there we go. He is dead. We have some legendaries on the floor, which we will do because, as I said, we are using a fixed mod in this particular run through. I just like a lot of the elements it adds to the game. I don't particularly care about the loot. I think this character's pretty geared up as it is. But here we are. Final boss has been defeated. Aren't we great? You are welcome, world. Alright, I'm not going to tell you how long this took me, but here we have the third of the Warlords in the Tiny Teen Assault Dragon Keep DLC, Warlord Slog, who is in the final round of the badass round of the Magic Slaughter. And I really hope I don't die. If I do, you'll have to watch me die. I'm not doing this again. Let's go. Oh. Okay, sorry, that was awful. Alright. Bright side. Oh, he's giant. He is giant. Okay. So remember I told you about the Reign of Giants mod? The one that means there's a 1 in 256 chance for every enemy to be giant. Yeah. This is really unfortunate. It basically gives him more HP and damage, which he didn't need. Hopefully. Okay. Hopefully I can get stuck there. And with the Blood Blast bonus, kill him. There we go. Okay. Oh. There we go. That's not actually the end. But I don't care. Yes. The Ogre. The Ogre Assault Rifle. The explosive spinny gun. And he drops as his dedicated drop. You have no idea how happy I am to actually have just got this. And not died to one of the stupid insta-kill traps. Okay. That's enough of that. Moving on. And that'll wrap it up for us today. A shorter video than usual, but with the DLCs you can't quite fit 2 runs into one video and keep it around about the half an hour mark. So this will have to do. Oh well, sorry not sorry. Thank you very much for watching today, and if you have made it this far, how about dropping a like down there? For a tiny, almost non-existent channel like mine, any likes I can get on any of these videos means so much, and if you would consider subscribing to the channel for the future parts of this series, please do. I would appreciate it greatly. Well, thank you very much. I'll see you next time.